Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is EU4. We're, of course, playing as Ming. Apologies for the little delay. It's just been one of those weeks, you know? Sometimes everything's going right, the next, everything's just going wrong. Complete disaster. Anyway, we're kind of busy colonizing America at the moment, and I think we're basically there with a couple of provinces. Yet this province, and this province are all coming along very, very nicely indeed. And we have just sent out 2 more dudes to go and colonize this here area. We need to be careful. Our ships were for a little while undertaking a bit of transatlantic stuff, which is kind of fun, I guess. Also, someone very kindly let me know that coring range is apparently colonial range. So this is very, very doable as a place to colonize first, and then we can go and fuck up these guys. Alternatively, we could just like colonize this island, because that's probably within colonial range. I mean, we have no colonists to send. Where are our colonists these days, actually? Oh, they're all just in America? That's totally fine. I didn't think that they were all in America, but apparently I was wrong. Oh, yes. Well, there's the other chap. Yeah, so if we colonize here, then we can actually genuinely get to Madagascar with a relative amount of ease. There we go. And this should be just within our colonial range. I'm curious just to check this, actually, to see how far off we actually would be. This must be... Yeah, so that is out with our colonial range. This is definitely within our colonial range. Cool. Awesome. We could potentially go a little bit further. Although, it doesn't look like there is any other islands that... Oh, beautiful. Great news. You become a self-sustaining colony. That's fantastic news if ever I did see. Good. Looking good. There was a little bit of a fight over here, but fights happen, and they happen often. So we'll just put up with that. Yeah, how much are we spending on colonies right now? Colonial maintenance is costing us literally fuck all, but that's because it's taking such a gosh darned long time for all of our colonists to arrive. But apart from that, nothing too shabby actually is going on. Also, we've completed our celestial reforms, which is unbelievably anticlimactic, and I mean that in the most nice and sincere way. But just fucking anticlimactic, like just fucking hell, it bloody boring. Were we gonna make like a new... I can't remember what we were gonna do. I presume that we were gonna make a brand new explorer group, but I can't recall. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just give you a leader. An explorer leader, that is. There you go, and go exploring. Oh, yeah, this was the group that had died on the round trip. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't realize. Oh, look, if I scroll up, look at that. Look at that. The little symbol next to orbital potato shows that we're in a war. That's kind of cool. Or buggy, I guess. Yeah, we currently only have 1 dude exploring right now. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, yeah, you need an explorer as well. We have apparently got no explorers. How many military leaders can we have? 3 out of 4. We can have 1 more. Alright, first of all, let's get you just to go and explore that coast. You are over here. You need to be exploring. You can't actually explore. You're just a bunch of transports. That's fine. You're up here. You are protecting trade, but you could actually do an explore mission for us because you've got the right ships. Yeah, sure. Let's just go to a port, and you need to go on an explore mission to Western Indian Ocean. Sure, works for me. Honestly, whatever works. It's fine. This is a caravel, so that means that you need to be protecting trade somewhere. I'll deal with that in just a second. Arabian Sea, South Pacific. Yeah, sure, just go there. Alright, so you need to be protecting trade. Probably in this node. Also, people were saying that If I route trade up to Beijing, then apparently I don't lose the penalty that I otherwise would lose. So let's just try and route all trade to Beijing if at all possible. You need to be routing as well. Up to Beijing. Perfect. Alright, let's see if that... So we're currently making 16. We'll see where it goes from here. I'll gain the extra thingamabobber. So 16 all the way up to 14. Yay. Probably because we're not routing up through here. Like, I kind of feel that that might be necessary. I mean, some jerkhole is routing the power up here, which is not exactly on. But we don't really have enough. We don't really have enough dudes to deal with that. So we'll deal with that when it comes. But I'm okay with this situation, even though I think we are technically losing a little bit of money. I guess it's kind of cool to chain your trade, right? Like, that is kind of cool to do. You guys are kind of useless. I'm just trying to get our navy in order. This is a bunch of trade ships. This is a bunch of transport ships. Looking good, but we should be paying a lot of money in colonial maintenance right now. That's actually expected, and that's actually fine. New Zealand is also on the agenda to colonize, but no biggie there. Also looks like Potatoes Australia is doing a gosh darn great job, apart from the fact that the text is just, look at that. Look at Potatoes Australia. It looks tiny, it looks pathetic. I don't like it. I want it big, I want it bold, I want it beautiful. But alas, what can we do? Alright, are we looking at any technological upgrades anytime soon that are actually decent? Trade range? Nope. Global settler increase? Yep, I'll take that. That's quite nice. Textile manufactory? That's also quite nice. Weapons manufactory? That's also quite nice. But apart from that, do I really give a shit about anything? I mean, not really, unfortunately. Not really. We're kind of just waiting on, I was way to say this finishing and becoming a fully fledged state, really, which will be happening very, very soon. I think it's 5 for a state or a independent thingy-mabobber. Western Indian Ocean, there we go. I'm gonna try and keep the ships in roughly the same area. Sure, we'll go for that. Okay, this is progressing nicely as well. I honestly cannot believe how early we've started colonizing. Like, it's so crazy. Pacific South American Sea. Yep, let's do that. We are quite far away from everything, but hey-ho. Also, people were saying upgrade the development in my capital, and that'll have some sort of an impact on the institutions. Nearby friendly province has Renaissance. Adjacent, yeah. I don't really think that that's... I mean, it's nice. It's a capital state. It's all that, and it's going to spread fast when it gets here, but by golly, is it going to take a long time to get here? Where even are these boats? Yeah, they're here. I thought I said Pacific South Sea. Weird. We also do want to get a colony on South America. That's something that we do want to do, although I'm not as concerned about that as I am anything else. Just if I have a little look at my non-tributaries. Yeah, non-tributaries is looking absolutely fine. Good, good, good. It looks like we managed to repel the attack of the natives. Also, a lot of people were suggesting, hey, why don't you just get rid of the... Why don't you just change your native policy around? Which can be done here. This one. Yeah, this is our current native repression policy. I have it on this one because I'm impatient. However, if I was doing the native coexistence policy, then that means I wouldn't have to micromanage. However, I'm impatient. I'm impatient. Turpan, I'm presuming these guys are going to rise up in Turpan, so there's actually a pretty significant chance that they do end up rising up. And 11k. Let's move troops in here. Oh my god. I'm a mind reader. I don't actually think that we'll manage to reinforce in time. Oh, apparently we will. Grand. Good news. Well, that was a relatively ineffective revolt, I'm afraid. Sorry about doing this. I need to just, you know, fucking... Yeah. Alright, grand. Grand. Alright, I've got a plan, by the way. You know this whole circumnavigation nonsense? Well, how about if we were to do the promote naval officers, which gives plus ship durability plus 20%? What if we were to do that for our next celestial reform? I mean, I know it's nowhere near as good as the national tax modifier, don't get me wrong. I know it's not as good. However, it would potentially give us the ability to start creating a fleet that is worthy of heading round the world and circumnavigating it and giving us all of the pride and joy of circumnavigating the world. Can invest in an idea, interest per annum. That's fucking useless. Like, let's be real. It's fucking useless. Like, I'm never gonna be hugely in debt. At least I don't plan to be hugely in debt. But alas, shit might happen. I'll take it. I mean, this will also get us national tax modifier plus 10%. So I guess for that reason, it is definitely worth it. Now that I mention it, it's definitely worth it for that. But apart from that, no. I'm going to try and save up some more military points. We can keep another another 250 basically. I would love to reduce inflation actually, but I can't do that. It's not a big deal. In fact, it's not a big deal at all, but you never know. You want to stay on top of these things, don't you? Arabian Sea coast, sure. Right? What did... Oh my god, look. I was waiting to say, wow, holy shit. Potatoes Australia has been doing good work, but no, it hasn't. It just controlled wasteland. So that's fine. Not a big deal at all. How are we getting along over here? Yeah, not too badly. Not too badly, about a third of the way through there. We want to refabricate a claim on here. Do we still have claims on this area? How long does this last for? Take, and some... How long is the claim on this province? 31. 4 years. That's doable. That's very doable, actually. Lose 5 mediocrity. We're fine for mediocrity. I think we are actually... We are integrating... Yeah, we are integrating the Sunni religion. But apart from that, it's not a biggie. I'm going to do the plus ship durability. I know it's going to hurt us financially for a little bit, but I think it might actually be worth it to do. It might just be worth it to do. I don't know. I don't know. Native uprising. Oh, well, looks like there's no chance of you ever succeeding, but that's fine. Explorer ready. Explore Arabian Sea. Whoa. Yeah, okay, I'll lose 1,000 ducats. I mean, look, I'm loaded. I'm loaded to the gills, and I'm not afraid to splash a little bit of cash here and there. But it's just annoying, you know? You don't really want to be going around spending lots of money. But hey-ho. Now, this is something that I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about how the decay mechanics on ships actually work. All right? So, here's the thing. If I build a ship, for example... Oh, no. Is requesting that you come to the raid, Bengalese reconquest of Kok against Bengal. Bengal is allied with Delhi, Malwa, and Adra. Malwa. Delhi. Look, I like a bit of Kok here and there, but 25 prestige. Nah, fuck that shit. Sorry, buddy. Like, there is no way. There is no way that I can, like, there's no way that I can do anything about that. It's just not possible. I mean, I could do it, but I can't be fucked being dragged down into a big shitty war. Yeah, it doesn't even count towards our non-tributaries apparently, which is kind of nice. Anyway, as I was saying about ship durability, I don't know the actual figures on ship durability. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that these guys are the most durable, right? I'm assuming that these guys are the most durable. Hull size, resisting damage, I presume that that's got something to do with it. Cannons, don't really give a shit about. Speed, also don't really give a shit about. It doesn't really matter. But the attrition nonsense will have an effect. And I'm not sure if I build a bigger group of ships, if that will resist attrition for longer. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Alright, let's group these boats up together. That's a good little start of something right there. Land force limit, naval force limit. I'm actually going to start... Oh, a new flagship. Sure, yeah, no, let's absolutely get a brand new flagship. Which is really, really nice. Let's send you round here and group up, because I was literally a way to build more ships, but hey ho. What is the next? Does the next thing give me an upgrade? I'm presuming that it doesn't. A galleon is at level 15. I mean, it just hit level 9, which is the Carrack. Which is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's fine, it's just not as good as it could be. But hey ho. Alright, let's get you to go and meet up here. Let's strengthen our government once, twice, just to bring down the amount of military power that we have, so we don't really need to worry about things. So yeah, I'm not sure... Oh, upgrade ships. Let's get them all upgraded. I'm not sure how much these guys are going to be able to withstand the attrition nonsense. But I suppose there's no time like the present to try and find out what these ships are capable of. Sure, I'll take harmonization progress, because I actually care about that. There's no way that Bengal would ever be a tributary. It would be an alliance. Wait, they what? Has the following vassals. Jaipur? Yeah, I'm actually a little bit worried about India. Has the following vassals. Okay, which one's that? This one? Yeah, okay. Vijayanagar is like doing fuck all. I am worried about gain 5 mandate. I mean, I think I'll just lose the mandate and gain the ducats, actually. As crazy as that sounds, because there's no celestial form to try and achieve. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm really worried about Bengal. Bengal's in a great three-way with Malwa, Delhi, and Bengal. Like that is a big three-way right there. That is a big three-way right there. Trade failure, trade efficiency. I'll lose the diplo power. No real reason to care about that. Looks like the ship arrived. Perfect. Everything is upgraded. Why are you at 25%? You need to get repaired. I'm presuming that you're going to get repaired. Carrack upgraded. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we let these guys get repaired first, and then we're going to send them on the circumference mission, which is, fingers crossed, going to be fine. Anyway, as I was saying, long story short, I don't know if the number of ships affects how much attrition they actually take. I'm just guessing here that the more ships that you have, the longer they can stay at sea. 15 ships seems like an ambitious amount, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Only 9 Carracks and, you know, lots of light ships, but we'll deal with it anyway. Anyway, America should definitely almost be a real thing right now, right? Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Colonial maintenance is 6. We can probably afford another couple colonies. Honestly, we really should be having way more colonies over here. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I think we probably want to just keep on going up this coast because it's not terrible. Resources depleted by immigrants. Oh. It's a shame. Oh, shit. Whoa, what is this? What the fuck is this? That's a tribe. Oh, yeah, I was just working through the, I mean, tribes are good, right? Like, that's fucking glorious. I did... Okay, alright. I was just wondering, like, what? I'm sure I sent someone here, but apparently I didn't. Apparently I just sent them up here, and then I'm gonna send them up here. That works for me perfectly. Alright, well, in the next episode, we are gonna finish fabricating our claim on these chumps. We are building a spy network on someone, but I don't really know why I care about this. But we'll deal with this in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thanks very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato, and I will see you next time. Bye.